Hello my friends and welcome to the channel. In this one we are going to look at a concept in CSS that is becoming pretty popular, okay, and that is Glassmorphism. That's exactly what you see here on the screen. So it's really easy, so let's just get right into it. So what I have on my code editor here is just a simple skeleton for my HTML with a connected CSS file, okay, and the CSS has some predefined styles, a lot of which I'm not going to use, okay. It's just my template, my CSS template for creating stuff, okay. So by the way, if you like tutorials and content around HTML, CSS and JavaScript, or around web development generally, then hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. Okay, so first off, I'm going to put everything inside a container, and then I'm going to put I'm going to create a glass div that is going to hold the glass, and then I'm going to do a div with a class of 1, okay, and I'm just going to duplicate that 4 times, and I'm going to make this one 2, okay. So I didn't really get very intelligent with the I didn't bother to get creative with the naming conventions for my style. I mean, I just did 1 2 3 4. That's for the content of this card, this credit card, okay, or debit card rather, okay. So inside of the one, I'm going to add this text here. So I'm simply just going to say, I'll come in here and add a paragraph with it and say prepaid, okay, and that's for 1. And by the way, I have some images already stored in my images folder, okay. All right, so for the 2, I'm going to add an image, and it's going to be / I think it's the SIM card chips, and then I'm going to add a text, so it's going to be a paragraph as well, and it's going to say debit, okay. For the 3, I'm simply going to add a paragraph, and it's just going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0 1 2 and 3 4 5 6. Yeah, that's it. And for the last one, which is the div 4, I'm going to add another div with a class of details, and then I'm going to add a paragraph with the class of valid, and this one is going to say valid true, so valid and true. And well, I can just duplicate this 3 times, yeah, and I'm just going to have to change the content and the classes. So for this one, I'll say 12/23, and I'm going to change the class to date. Okay, that should be small letter, so date. And this one, I'm going to change the class to name, because that is going to be my name. So yeah, it's a long name, I know. And then outside of the div with the class of details, I'm just going to add an image, so it's just going to be img, and that should be okay. And I'm going to use the, I think it's the MC symbol, MasterCard symbol, yeah, okay. So I just grabbed this image online on Google, so let's see what we have. So I'm going to right click and open with live server. This is the markup, okay. There's like nothing more to the markup, it's really simple. And yeah, so this is what we have, looking very nice, okay. We can actually leave the project like this and we'll still be good. All right, that's a joke. Okay, so for the CSS, basically let's start by where we, so we are in the body, okay. So I'm gonna, first off, I'm gonna add a paragraph, and for the paragraph, really I'm just going to set a font size for all of the paragraph. So I'll do 1.6 rem, and I'm going to give it a color. It's just going to be white, so FFF, okay. Ouch, so nothing is being seen on the screen anymore. Anyway, let's come and style the container, and basically we want our container to have a background, and it's going to be a URL, and basically we are looking for the images folder, and we're looking for there's a woman, okay, so woman.jpg, and here I'm just going to say no hyphen repeat, and I'm going to set the background size to size to cover, and I'm going to set the height of the container to 100% of the viewport height, and basically I am going to save. So you see what we have there. Okay, so I'm going to set the position of this guy here to relative. That's because I want to create a pseudo element for the container. So I'll come here and say dot container, and after, and remember the law of pseudo element. First off, you need to give it a content. So it's going to, even if it's an empty content, you just need to give it a content. Okay, so we're going to set the position to absolute, and we're going to say that from the top we want it to be 0. Same for the left, and 0, not O. Okay, and we want it to have a width of 100%, and same for the height. Okay, and then we're going to set a background color, and it's going to be RGBA. I'm going to set a black, so 000, and it's going to just be 0.1. So just a shade of it's almost non-visible. Okay, but let me just show you something. If I say 1, it covers the screen. Okay, so I want it to be just a tiny shade of black. Okay, so let's target the glass. Okay, so I'll come here and I'll say dot glass. Okay, and I'm going to give it a height, so a height of 280 pixel. So 280 pixel, that's like 28 rem. Okay, I can actually use rem anyway, but so width of 450 pixel, and let's do position. We're going to set the position to fixed. Okay, because we want to position it exactly how we want. So from the top, we're going to do 50% from the top and 50% from the left. So let me just change this to left and save. Okay, then we are this shouldn't be 45 pixel but 450 pixel. Okay, all right, then we're going to put it in the center. So we can do that with transform and translate. We're just going to say minus 50%, 50%, add a comma and repeat that to minus 50%, and that will put it in the center. Okay, then I'm going to set a background, and I'm going to use RGBA. This time I'm going to use white, so that's 255, 255, 255, and oh, I need comma here, then 0.1 as well. Or it's actually, I'll actually do 0. Okay, 0.25. Okay, all right, so you see what we have there. Then I will do let me just add a box shadow. So box shadow, and for the box shadow, let's do 0px, then let's do 8px and 32px. Okay, so if you know this box shadow thing, then you understand the figures I'm writing. RGBA, and I'm just going to do this color here, so 31, 38, 135, and I'll just do 0.37, so that's 0.37. Okay, so I'll then add a backdrop filter. So backdrop filter, and I will do blur. and for the blur I'll just set it to 4px. Okay, so you can play around with these numbers and see. Let's add a border radius. So border radius of 1 rem, that's like 10 pixels. Then we can do a border, so border of 1px solid. And so basically I can just copy this guy here, Ctrl C, and paste that in. Okay, and I can maybe change this to 0.18 and save. Okay, so you see we have something looking, it's already looking better. Then is there any other thing? Okay, maybe I'll add some padding. Okay, so padding, and I'm just going to do 2.2 rem. Okay, yeah. All right, so normally when you're working with when you're writing your CSS, like, it's not, you should not be mixing pixels with rem. Okay, but I get very very distracted sometimes when I write some of these tutorials before I do them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a common class for the 1 2 3 4 div. Okay, and so I'm just going to come here. I'll say .1 comma, come to the next line, and I'll say .2, I'll add a comma, and then .3 and .4. So basically what I want to be common to all this is the display property. So I'll say display flex, and I'll say justify content is going to be space between. Okay, not space around, but space between. And then I'm going to set a margin for everything that will be common to everything, but it's just going to be on the bottom. So margin bottom is going to be 1.3 rem. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to be common to everything. Now we're then going to target the 1. Okay, so for the 1, basically I'm just going to go straight to the, I'll say .1, and I'll go straight to the paragraph. So for the paragraph, basically I'm going to change the font size to like 2.3 rem, and I'm going to set the font weight to 400. So let's see what that looks like. So that's basically what we want. Now we could have used a better font, okay, but I just didn't want to spend so much time looking for fonts. The concept there is just to be able to style a credit card using Glassmorphism effect. Okay, so I'll go to .2. okay, and I'm going to say align items and set it to center. Okay, then I'm going to say .2. Oh, this is where SAS would have been very great. Make your life easy. I'm going to set the width of the image to, let's just do 8 rem. Okay, so you see that that's smaller there. And then I'm going to do .2, and I'm going to target, oh sorry, that's 2. Ouch. And I'm going to target the paragraph inside of it. Basically for that, I'll just set the font size to 2 rem, and I'm going to change the font weight to 600. So let's make it thick, and let me save that first. Okay, and I'm going to do some padding on the right. So let's just do 2.5 rem. Okay, so yeah, very simple stuff. Then let's do for 3. So .three, and for that we're going to change the margin right on the bottom. Okay, so this is for 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay, so margin hyphen bottom and set it to 0. Okay, so this guy will be close to this guy. All right, so for the paragraph, right, so I'll say .3 and paragraph. Ouch. So for the paragraph, we're just going to do a font Z of 2 rem. Okay, all right, so we're almost done here. All right, so this 4, that's the guy with this name and stuff, and this card. I'm just going to get the image first because the image is very big, and I'm going to give it a width. I didn't actually like design the image myself. I just grabbed it online. So let me give it a width of 10 rem. Okay, so that's better. All right, so so this is the valid. So I'll say dot for and dot valid, and I'm going to reduce the font size. So I'll say font size of 0.7 rem. So that's like 7 pixels, very tiny. Okay, then let's do dot for, then let's get the date. So dot date, and for that we're going to set the font size to, let's do 1.5 rem, 1.5 rem, and save. Okay, all right, so I think we are done. Yeah, so I think we are done with the project here. So it's a very simple Glassmorphism effect that we just designed, okay, using CSS, HTML and CSS. So if you are not subscribed to my channel and you like content like this, I want to encourage you to subscribe and to leave a like on this video. All right, thank you so much for watching, and see you in another tutorial.